Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. Cande giving me a hard time already this morning.
So glad we're separated.
Well, I'm
miles apart.
Just because I have a little stuffiness and I told a story about my niece.
You never know. That's the point of the story.
I know. That is the point. And I made a pretty good point as well that...
Right, that she has mild symptoms.
That's right.
Hopefully she'll recover quickly. Mm-hmm. But she did test positive, and I suggest you and Dana sitting on that couch there, go get a test.
All right. Well, you know, she is like 250 miles away from us. You know that, right?
I do know that.
Okay.
But I know you're all snivelly and drippy over there this morning, and it's a little troublesome.
I'm claiming it's the half and half in my coffee.
Yeah, you claim anything you want while you contaminate the entire house.
Let me ask you a question, Cande.
Yes.
Read this article about people thinking that they can do an Olympic event. Like, people watch the Olympics and they're like, oh, I could do that event. I could get a medal in that event, or I could compete in that event. Do you ever think that when you watch the Olympics?
What's the event where they're brushing the broom on the ice?
The Winter Olympics, that is curling, Cande.
I always thought I'd be a good broomer.
Yeah, or I could be the thrower. I could throw the rock. You could broom. I could throw the rock. I think they call it a rock.
I always thought it was so hysterical.
Yeah.
But there is something to it.
No, they do. It helps pick up speed, you know.
It does, but, you know, I always, hey, I could do that. I could totally do that.
And you know why they're doing that to the ice? Because it smooths the ice in front of the rock, and then it helps the rock go. And then if they want it to slow down, they don't smooth the ice. You know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
A little too much about curling, I see.
Well, I didn't look it up. I'm just assuming from watching it that that's the case.
Yeah, definitely. But it always intrigued me, and I was like, well, that's one thing I think I could do.
Yeah, absolutely. You be the brusher. I could definitely throw the rock.
I have to be the brusher for sure.
You do the brushing. That is a fast motion they use, you know.
Yeah.
That is it's too much for my back. I don't think I could do that. But I could push it. I could push it down the ice and let go. You know what the other thing is? When we were away on vacation last week, Dana and I were sitting having a bite to eat, and I'm watching the TV, and they had skateboarding tricks on. And they were giving out Olympic medals for skateboarding tricks, like things that kids would do in a skate park.
This is new, I think. Yeah.
Right. And I turned to her and I go, that's not an Olympic sport. That's a hobby.
You go do that and tell me if it's an Olympic sport. It's not easy.
No, I understand it's not easy. But since when did that become as...
Very recently. I don't know if it's this the first time. I think it might be, but it's very new.
You know, I got Katie Ledecky, the swimmer, training for 4 years for 5 events. And then this skateboard person is going to do one trick and get the same gold medal that she gets for her 4 years of training?
Depends what he does.
All right.
Go talk to Tony Hawk about this.
Tony Hawk is a national treasure.
Of course he is, and he would say we should have been in the Olympics years ago, dude.
That's what they have the X Games for, Cande.
Okay.
By the way, I do understand why skateboarding and things like that are now in the Olympics, and BMX bikes and all that, is because they want to bring younger people to the television set.
I think cheerleading was going to be an Olympic thing, too. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let me tell you something. Those cheerleaders that do the routines, the flying and the dropping and the tossing in the air, that is crazy athleticism. I would give out medals for that.
That's right.
I got no problem with that. You could do medals.
no problem with that.
You could do medals for that. Absolutely. Cande, would you want... Here's a new invention. They just created mustard buns.
Now, what do you mean?
The hot dog company, French's Mustard, the mustard company, because tomorrow is National Mustard Day, they made mustard-flavored hot dog buns where the mustard is baked into the bread.
I would try it.
Not bad, right?
I would try it. I don't know if it's bad or good, but I would try it.
Yeah, no, I think that would work. And do you know the signs, like the astrological signs, like what months they are and everything?
I do.
You do know that?
I
okay.
do know that.
All right, so let's do this because there's a thing about pets and their astrological signs. And it talks about how what their sign says about them. So what sign is Tilly? Do you know?
She is a Libra.
She's a Libra. Okay, gentle, sensitive, intuitive, and they love to cuddle.
That's my girl.
That's Tilly. Millie was born in the first week of December. Do you know what that is?
So she's a Sagittarius.
They're very curious and love to explore. Okay.
Is that true?
Yeah, somewhat, I think.
All right.
And first week of May, I think May 7th is Lucy.
That would be a Taurus.
Wow, you're good at this.
Yes.
You know, I knew someone who was at Woodstock. I knew you would know this stuff.
All right, we're not having this discussion.
I know you were 10 and you made grilled cheese sandwiches and soup for the people that were stuck. Okay,
that is right.
You and your mother, and then they flew it on.
Grilled cheese, peanut butter, and jelly. Come on, get it right.
They flew it in on a helicopter.
Correct.
She's a Taurus, you said, Lucy?
That's right.
They enjoy the finer things like expensive food and nice beds. That's
who doesn't
true.
Enjoy that.
Lucy loves that. Yes.
There you go. I saw a great shot of Lucy in your little guest yesterday.
Yes, I sent you the postcard. It's Lucy,
Very
Millie,
cute.
and Charlie. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
they're
Very
all
cute.
they're all hanging out. Mm-hmm.
Very cute.
Love that Charlie. She's an angel. That girl.
Aw.
She honestly might be the calmest dog you've ever seen in your whole life. It's
Love
really
it.
amazing. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.